We're going to go now to Adam Housley, who is speaking to somebody that has actually been hiding from gunfire and just came out, just resurfaced from that. Adam, go ahead.
Yeah, Robert Hayes with LA Fire, and you were here with your wife at the concert.
Yeah, and a couple friends for a birthday event.
Yeah, and you were up by the front. The reason why I'm glad I'm talking to you is I know being a firefighter, you can understand being at what a breaking situation is like this and a tragic situation. You're up at the front of the stage. Tell me what you were just telling me.
Absolutely. We were actually in front of the stage, and my wife and I said, hey, let's go grab something to drink. We've been here since 4 or 4:30 in the afternoon. We honestly went to the little VIP lounge up front, grabbed a drink, mingled with some other friends, and then all of a sudden we heard some pops when Jason Aldean came on to perform. And honestly, at the start, we all thought that it was probably like an electronic thing, a malfunction or stuff. Feedback or whatnot. And honestly, at the start, we all thought that it was probably like an electronic thing, a malfunction or stuff. Feedback or whatnot, and everybody was kind of, I'm like, hey, it's okay, everybody's all right. And then all of a sudden, people started dropping by the stage area and up front by us.
You're a firefighter. I've talked to a lot of folks who came out who were heroes. Blood all over their bodies, missing clothes because they used them to help try to stop the bleeding. You're telling me some stuff that you saw. I mean, I can't even fathom.
It was pretty much like a war scene inside. I've seen a lot of stuff in my day with the fire department. It was hard to see even the bodies that are outside down the street here that were carried probably a half a mile from the incident. Honestly, I'd probably pronounce 15 to 20 people inside. It's a I'd probably pronounce 15 to 20 people inside. It's a very sad day on an event like this, that something that never should have happened.
So you said you think you believe 15 to 20 people that you saw that were dead inside?
I know I pronounced 15 to 20 people inside, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm out of snow. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. No drinks for me, thanks. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
I know I pronounced 15 to 20 people inside, unfortunately. I do. I got my wife and my 4 other friends out. They're harboring in one of the hotels right now.
And you went back in with SWAT, right?
I went back in actually with SWAT. They gave me a vest, identified myself. Actually,
I'm out of snow. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. No drinks for me, thanks. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
You went back in with SWAT, right?
I went back in actually with SWAT. They gave me a vest, identified myself. Actually, I never went back in. I never left. I just left right now, actually, when they got Jason Aldean out. So we stayed under the recon of the whole situation, made sure everybody that was DOA at the time, I rechecked everybody. Made sure everybody that was DOA at the time, I rechecked everybody. I was with another medic from the fire department, and I went back inside, and I mean, it's just something that we do. I wasn't trying to be a hero. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't leaving anybody behind.
How many?
I wasn't trying to be a hero. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't leaving anybody behind.
How many people do you think were taken out of here that were shot? If you had to guess.
Well, I know that, unfortunately, in the parking lot, backside of Mandalay Bay right here, I had a couple gentlemen. I was doing a staging area with some of the bodies that I was dragging up the stairs, which was really sad. Unfortunately, in the parking lot, backside of Mandalay Bay right here, I had a couple gentlemen. I was doing a staging area with some of the bodies that I was dragging up the stairs, which was really sad. Unfortunately, right over here, there's a gentleman that was with his wife, and the other gentleman down here, they were using tables and some of the freezers and stuff to pull people out of here. I just went down. unfortunately, right over here, there's a gentleman that was with his wife, and the other gentleman down here, they were using tables and some of the freezers and stuff to pull people out of here. I just went down to recheck with one of them, a gentleman I just met. I didn't put a face on it, but he's from Alaska here with his wife, and it's a sad day.
I mean, when we walked up on this earlier, I said that was probably used as a gurney. When I just met you, you walked over and you said, you know what that is? And I said, that's a freezer that's probably used as a gurney. So you're telling me that really was, they used
it as a gurney, and the tables that were inside were as gurney as well. They were using everything we can. We're using the rails between the partitions in between. We were carrying bodies out with that as well. So I was just trying to get bodies inside to pull them outside so we can do some kind of triage. So before we got the fire department in here.
High-powered rifle, we believe. I could hear. We the video that I've listened to
from some of the incidents I've gone on in the past. It was a high-powered rifle. It was probably honestly an automatic, and then like I was talking to some of the PD that went in with me, then he probably put it into the semi-automatic mode. That's when you start hearing the pop, pop, pop.
And you said that some of the people you pronounced dead were very clearly hit in the head, unfortunately, but that means this individual knew what he or she was doing.
Well, I think with 30,000 people, honestly, in the arena area, that it was kind of like shooting goldfish, unfortunately. He didn't have to be good or whatnot, or he or she. It was just a reckless situation, and it's a sad, sad day.
You're a firefighter in Los Angeles. You've been obviously to a lot of tragic events. I mean, how do you explain to somebody who's watching this right now going, holy smokes, what is happening in Vegas?
Well, what I don't understand is the same thing with 911 when all this stuff happened. Everybody came together and tried to create maybe a positive atmosphere for everybody else. This is a tragic situation that everybody came to have fun, and it was supposed to be a fun event. The last day, we were here celebrating a birthday with my friends. And then it turns into a tragedy, and it's sad in our society that stuff like this has to take place.
I just got to mention this again. You're a first responder from LA.
And it was supposed to be a fun event. The last day, we were here celebrating a birthday with my friends, and then it turns into a tragedy, and it's sad in our society that stuff like this has to take place.
I just got to mention this again. You're a first responder from LA, here for a birthday.
I work in Venice Beach.
You work in Venice Beach, and you had to pronounce 20 people dead tonight.
Unfortunately, I did.
And you had to pronounce 20 people dead tonight.
Unfortunately, I did. Sad day. Sad day in Las Vegas. Peace to all everybody's families. And I try to give condolences, and the three over here, I actually made face with them inside, and somebody said there's 3 bodies that were here. I mean, you can tell that's probably a half mile from where the incident took place. But I wanted to go back and give face to somebody that maybe they could, I put my arms around them and told them, hey, just try to remember the good times. I mean, I deal with stuff in my whole career that we have to put back in our heads, and we have to deal with our own families and friends, and it's just something I do. So, and all my brothers that do it as well.
I know you would, and sorry, I mean under circumstances. I mean, you guys, he has blood on his shirt, on his shoes. We've seen this time after time, and I hate to had to meet you under these circumstances, but I'm. To put it in perspective for us, you are a first responder. I mean, this is what you do, and I appreciate you telling us. And prayers with those who were lost. Guys, back to you guys in New York.
Okay, Adam, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm out of snow. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. No drinks for me, thanks. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.